course, our sponsor and partner at Swoop Funding. So my name is Sarah Murphy. I have recently moved to Toronto just in the summer and taken on the role as Executive Director at the Chamber of Commerce here in Toronto. So I'm delighted to be on the board and to assist with business networking here in Toronto. So I'll hand over to Carmel to introduce herself, and looking forward to hearing a lot more about the Finance Finder, and Dara's going to talk us through that today on the webinar. So over to you, Carmel.
Thanks, Sarah. So thank you all for being a part of today's webinar. My name is Carmel. I'm the president for the Ireland-Canada Chamber of Commerce in Toronto. I am delighted to introduce Dara Burke, the head of Swoop Canada. Swoop is leading the way to helping businesses and startups find the funding they need to thrive. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank Swoop Canada for their support towards the Ireland-Canada Chamber of Commerce and our members. I will now hand it over to Dara for the demo. Thank you, Dara.
Thanks, Carmel. Thanks, Sarah. So appreciate the introduction. I'm with Swoop Funding. I lead our Canadian team here in Toronto, and we ourselves are members of the Chamber, which we're very proud of. And the Chamber of Commerce network is a really important network for us, and really our whole business is designed around helping companies with funding. And indeed, when we set up in Toronto, the Irish Chamber was actually our first ever event, roughly this time last year. So it's nice to be back a year later, building on our partnership. So just to set out a little bit of an agenda for the next 20 or so minutes, we, in our partnership with the Irish Chamber, have set up a Finance Finder tool, which is a resource that's available to members of the Chamber to help them navigate business funding and help them find financing options for their business. So the white label tool lives on the website. So you'll find it in a number of places on the ICCTO website, within the resources section, within this landing page that I'm showing to you now. And also at the bottom of the website, there's a big green button that's hard to miss, where you can click through and find information about the white label solution. So this solution allows business owners to easily navigate through different options for financing for their business through different types of loans, government funding programs, and also equity financing options as well. And I'm going to take you through the user journey and also what to expect from the process. So as I say, the purpose of this and the kind of main benefit of this is designed to help small business owners find funding in a time-efficient manner, and ultimately identify many options that might be available to their business. So I'm just going to open up the link to the white label. So the first page you'll land on is a sign-in page. If it's your first time, you'll have to create an account. So the create an account process literally takes 2 to 3 minutes. And the first question that you'll be asked is to indicate what you're trying to achieve from a funding perspective. So that could be business expansion, start a business, improve cash flow, finance a new piece of equipment, find a grant for your business, refinance an existing piece of debt, finance a new piece of property for the business or real estate. And all of these things are linked to different products that are out there. We partner with hundreds of banks, non-bank lenders, credit unions, investment funds, and grant agencies in order to bring this marketplace of funding products. So this is the start of the journey. And I'm just going to, for the sake of this example, indicate that I'm a business owner that's looking to improve cash flow. So it might be that I need a little bit of working capital to get through the next couple of months if my business is affected with seasonality, or I'm looking to increase marketing or some other soft costs on the business. So next, the users asked some qualifying questions. And again, this allows the platform to really match the user with products that are meaningful and are relevant for that business owner. So the first question is, how much does the business owner require? Again, certain products have different thresholds for eligibility. So I'm just going to, for the sake of this example, indicate that I'm looking for $200,000. When does the funding required by? Again, certain lenders have different speeds that they can operate in when it comes to deploying capital. What do I need to use the funds for? I'm just going to say purchase stocks. What sector do I operate in? Again, this is an important criteria for certain funding providers if they are closely aligned to certain sectors or don't finance businesses in other sectors. Are you currently trading? Again, that helps us understand how old the business is, and again, that's used in product matching. What was the turnover in the last year? Monthly revenue levels. And is the business profitable? And again, part of the value in this is actually opening up business owners to products that are out there they may not be aware of. So a lot of businesses, particularly when they're starting out, might not have achieved profitability at that time, and they might shy away from getting financing that they might need to grow. When in fact, there's a lot of financing options available for businesses, even if they aren't turning a profit just yet. Are they shopping, or are they selling the products online or through point of sale systems? Again, there's unique products available to businesses that are using those solutions. Does the business send invoices? Yes or no? Again, there could be some financing options available to businesses that are sending invoices and want to use that accounts receivable to leverage. Are you a homeowner? And then who are you banking with? And then finally, the last page is just some basic contact details, so that our team are able to engage you and provide you an update on any funding applications, or if you'd like to move forward with the funding application. So I'm just going to provide some dummy data. And then where you're incorporated. So we do have a lot of US businesses, even though our platform in Canada is primarily used by Canadian businesses. But this allows us, again, just to bring the most relevant set of products to the user. And then what province is the business operating? Okay. So now the account's created, and the user will have their own view of Swoop. So this will be a unique dashboard for the business owner. Now on the left, we can see that there's an overview tab, which is a landing page. And then we're into product matching. So obviously I'd indicated that I was interested in some short-term lending options to improve cash flow. So I've got a series of loan matches in front of me. Also, there's equity funding and grant funding options available to me. So if it's the case that I'm looking to bring in an investment partner in my business or raise money through equity financing, I can click on this option and proceed down that user journey, which again has a specific set of questions that's relevant for those particular products. Grant funding, exactly the same. So we have a specific set of questions that matches these businesses with grants. So if you're in Ontario, you're developing clean tech technologies, or you're hiring people, or you're looking to develop a new product to sell overseas. All of these pieces of information are relevant for government funding programs that are out there that businesses can access through Swoop. We also have a new feature for cash flow and forecasting. And this is linked to an accountancy integration. So if your business is using QuickBooks or Sage or any cloud accountancy software, that data can be integrated with Swoop. And this solution allows business owners to plan out cash flow and forecast their revenues into the year ahead. So it's just an extra tool to help businesses manage their business better from a financial standpoint. So I'm just going to go back to the product matching page so that we can see some of the products that this business owner has been matched with. So as you can see, there's a whole range of products that a business owner might be interested in looking at, and there's information available on each one. So if I pick the first example, for example, this product is an unsecured loan, which could be used for the requirement that was provided by the user. So the lending amounts are between $5,000 and $250,000, with rates starting at 9.95. And again, terms can be returned within a week if all of the information is provided. And there's some additional product information contained further down this panel. If the user clicks Start Swoop Review, we'll get a view of what documents are required to submit an application. As you can see, the two documents that we're going to need here are bank statements and management accounts, and those can be provided straight into the platform, so that our team can get working on bringing back a term sheet and a set of terms for the business. At all stages of the journey, it's important to highlight that beyond the platform, there is a team of people here in Toronto that are available to help you throughout the funding process. So there's contact details available. As you can see, the phone number. We'll also follow up with an email around, where you can set up meetings and calls with a dedicated funding manager from our team. And when you do register through the white label on the ICCTO website, it's important to realize as well that whilst the platform can be used to explore what funding options are available, you can also speak directly with a member of our team who will reach out to you to set up a meeting. And again, that team member will help to guide you through the funding process, help explain how each product works, what to expect from the process, and ensure that you have a kind of a firm understanding right throughout the whole funding process. There are filters available. So if interest rate is an important factor, if the funding amount is an important factor, if the decision time is an important factor, the results can be sliced and diced by those attributes. The type of product, so if it's a traditional term loan, if it's a merchant finance or merchant cash advance, if it's a working capital loan, an invoice finance facility, again, the user can filter the results by those reporting attributes. So I guess just to summarize, this is a solution that's really designed for small business owners to find funding options for their business quickly. As I say, our team are available to field any questions that any of you or your colleagues or your clients might have as it relates to funding. And yeah, we're really looking forward to working with as many of the members of the chamber as possible. And we'll be circulating a recording of this webinar after the call with follow-up contact details and where you can find the webinar and where you can find Swoop and our team. So yeah. So Carmel and Sarah, happy to kind of take any questions that you might have, or if anybody on the call has any questions for myself or.
Dara, I just want to thank you so much for that very informative demo of the Swoop platform. I think it's amazing and wonderful platform for our members to be able to access. I have one question, and I'm just wondering, is it free for organizations to access it? Like when they register, do they have to pay for it, or how does that work?
Yeah, thanks, Carmel. So it is a free resource. So there isn't any upfront fees or costs to use the platform. The revenue model of Swoop is that we have a marketplace full of funding providers that essentially pay to be in our marketplace because it helps us it helps them connect with businesses and potential clients. So as a result, we don't have to pass costs on to businesses that choose to use our service.
Okay, that's great news. Thank you for that. I see we have a question.
Yeah. So Marta, so this is for the US and Canada. So even though obviously the focus here is the Toronto Chamber, our partners are North American wide. So we have lending options and funding options across the US as well. And that is all states. There are, and again, we work with a couple of hundred lenders, and some of them don't lend in Nevada, some of them don't lend in California, but there are coverage across all states within our lending panel, if that makes sense. Okay. If there's any other questions from anybody on that's joined. And I think the other one that I probably did mention, Carmel, is I know that we've created a kind of a guide document as well that we'll be able to share with everybody after the webinar, and that'll provide some information around how to use the platform and the benefits, etc., for businesses. I think you might be on mute, Carmel, I'm afraid.
Sorry. I see that you highlighted your contact details as well, so people can reach out to a Swoop representative if they want further information. So that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who engages with the white label or would like to speak to funding will have a funding manager available to them all the time.
That's a wonderful service. Thank you so much. So if there's no further questions, oh, maybe we have one more. Oh, that was me. Thanks. I think we can bring this webinar to a close. And Dara, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you to all our attendees. And Sarah, thank you for your support with helping to set this webinar up. And yes, I think that's it. If there's no further questions.
Great.
Okay, Marta, great product. Ireland, do it with us. There you go. There's a nice comment. Thanks, Marta.
Thank you, Marta. Okay.
Thank you.